Have you ever wondered how the vast Mughal Empire began? An empire that left an indelible mark on the Indian subcontinent? Enter the world of the late 15th century, where our historical journey starts with a young man named Babur. Babur, born to the royal family of the Fergana Valley, was not just an ordinary prince. He was a direct descendant of the infamous conquerors, Genghis Khan and Timur. Babur carried an indomitable desire from his early childhood to create an empire that would eclipse the glory of his renowned ancestors. Dream carried him beyond the jagged peaks of Central Asia to the fertile plains of India, where in 1526 he established the Mughal Empire. Babur's reign lasted from 1526 to 1530. Although brief, his rule was characterized by substantial military victories and cultural advancements, laying the groundwork for the magnificence that was to ensue. And thus, the Mughal Empire was conceived, established by Babur, a man of immense ambition and audacity. This marked the beginning of an epic saga that would sculpt the course of history in the Indian subcontinent. After Babur's death, his eldest son, Humayun, ascended the throne in 1530. Humayun's reign, which lasted from 1530 to 1540, and then from 1555 to 1556, however, didn't start as a bed of roses. He found himself entangled in a web of political intrigue and warfare, vying control against his ambitious half-brothers. Overwhelmed, he lost his empire to Sher Shah Suri and was forced into exile. But Humayun was a man of resilience. During his years in exile, he honed his diplomatic skills, forming alliances that would help him reclaim his lost empire. After 15 long years, he returned to power in 1555, reclaiming Delhi from the hands of Sher Shah Suri's successors. His reign, though short-lived, was not its contributions. He commissioned notable architectural works, including the Din Panah in Delhi, which served as a symbol of his dream to rebuild his empire. Humayun's reign, while fraught with trials, set the stage for a golden age that was come. His determination and resilience would pave the way for the era of his son, Akbar, one of the greatest Mughal emperors. Akbar the Great reigned over the Mughal Empire from 1556 to 1605, a period that witnessed the empire reaching its zenith. This era, known as the Golden Age, was a time of immense prosperity, cultural synthesis, and intellectual exchange that left an indelible mark on the pages of history. Ascending to the throne at a young age, Akbar's youth did not hinder his ability to rule with wisdom and foresight. He was a visionary who understood the importance of a well-structured administrative system. During his reign, he introduced a system of governance that was efficient, fair, and far-reaching, allowing him to rule over a vast and diverse empire with relative ease. His policies, implemented between 1556 to 1605, were aimed at strengthening his empire, both economically and militarily, thus ensuring its stability and longevity. Among his many conquests, the annexation of Gujarat stands out, as it gave the Mughals access to the Arabian Sea, opening new avenues for trade and commerce. Akbar's military strategies were not just about expanding his territories, but also about creating an unified empire. One of the defining characteristics of Akbar's rule was his religious tolerance. In a time when religious conflicts were the norm, Akbar was a beacon of coexistence from 1556 to 1605. He abolished the jizya tax, which was imposed on non-Muslims, and encouraged interfaith dialogue. His belief in religious harmony led him to create the Din-i-Ilahi, a syncretic religion that combined elements of Hinduism, Islam, Zoroastrianism, and Christianity. Akbar also understood the importance of culture and intellectual exchange. He was a patron of arts and literature, and his court was a melting pot of scholars, poets, and artists from different parts of the world. The Mughal miniature paintings, the intricate architecture, and the rich literature that flourished between 1556 and 1605 are testament to his appreciation for the arts. In his reign of nearly half a century, Akbar transformed the Mughal Empire into a powerful, prosperous, and culturally vibrant entity. His policies and reforms laid the foundation for a rule that was not just about conquest and power, but also about understanding and tolerance. Akbar's reign from 1556 to 1605 was indeed a golden age, a period of prosperity and cultural synthesis. Following Akbar's death, his son Jahangir, who reigned from 1605 to 1627, and grandson Shah, the ruler from 1628 to 1658, ascended the throne. The Mughal Empire, already at the zenith of its glory, was now in the hands of two men who would further enhance its grandeur through their love for art and architecture. Jahangir, Akbar's heir, was a man of refined tastes. His reign, spanning over 2 decades from the late 16th century to the early 17th century, was characterized by an intense love for the arts. He was an avid patron of painting, music, and literature, filling his court with most talented artists of the time. From the intricate miniatures that tell tales of his rule to the richly woven textiles that adorned his palaces, Jahangir's passion for beauty was evident in every aspect of his reign. His love for nature was immortalized in the many gardens he commissioned, each one a serene oasis reflecting the tranquility of his rule. Following Jahangir's reign came that of his son Shah Jahan. Much like his father, Shah Jahan had a keen eye for beauty. However, his legacy lies not in the easel and brush, but in the hammer and chisel. His reign from 1628 to 1658 saw the construction of some of the most iconic architectural marvels of the Mughal Empire, including the breathtaking Taj Mahal, a monument of love and loss, and the magnificent Red Fort, symbol of imperial power. These structures, built with an attention to detail that borders on the obsessive, are a testament to Shah Jahan's vision of a grand empire. Under Jahangir, the empire was a haven for the arts, and under Shah Jahan, it was an architectural wonderland. The prosperity and peace of their reign allowed for the flourishing of culture, making the Mughal Empire a beacon of civilization in the medieval world. Under Jahangir and Shah Jahan, the empire continued to flourish, leaving behind architectural marvels that still enchant us today. Their reigns were a testament to the enduring power of art and architecture, a legacy that continues to shape our understanding of the world and our place in it. Aurangzeb, who reigned from 1658 to 1707, was a key figure in the decline of the Mughal Empire. Ascending to the throne in the late 17th century, Aurangzeb's rule was marked by his iron fist and unwavering faith. His rule, though one of the longest in the annals of the Mughal Empire, was fraught with internal strife and external rebellion, resulting in the weakening of the empire's foundations. Aurangzeb was a man of strong convictions, but his religious policies were a sharp deviation from the inclusive approach of his predecessors. He sought to implement a more orthodox version of Islam, which led to the imposition of the jizya tax on non-Muslims and the destruction of Hindu temples. These actions were not only a departure from the pluralistic policies of his predecessors, but also a source of discontent among the empire's diverse subjects. The religious policies of Aurangzeb were not the only flashpoints of his reign. His rule was marked by a series of revolts, the most significant of which were led by the Marathas in the Deccan and the Sikhs in Punjab. These rebellions, fueled by discontent with Aurangzeb's policies, were a drain on the empire's resources and a blow to its prestige. Yet, it's crucial to remember that Aurangzeb's reign was not devoid of military successes. He expanded the empire's territory to its greatest extent, stretching from Kashmir in the north to Jinji in the south. But in his quest for territorial expansion, Aurangzeb stretched the empire's resources thin, and it struggled to maintain control over its vast territories. This period of Aurangzeb's rule was a paradox of sorts. On one hand, the empire was at its territorial zenith, but on the other, it was grappling with internal revolt and weakening control. Aurangzeb's reign was a period of contradiction, marked by military triumphs, but marred by religious intolerance and political instability. Despite Aurangzeb's military successes, his rule marked the beginning of the end for the Mughal Empire. His era was an ominous harbinger of the decline that was to follow, a decline that would ultimately lead to the fall of the Grand Mughal Empire. After Aurangzeb, the Mughal Empire began a rapid disintegration. A sequence of frail emperors ascended the throne, each grappling to uphold the grandiosity and influence of those before them. The empire, previously a shining symbol of culture, affluence, and military might, started to crumble from within. Conspiracy, corruption, and rebellion gnawed at the roots of the imperial court. The emperor's authority waned, and the expansive territories slipped from the iron grip of the central administration. Regional powers, detecting the diminishing control, commenced asserting their independence, fragmenting the empire and exposing its vulnerability. Foreign invasions further expedited the decline of the empire. The Persians, the Afghans, and subsequently the British East India Company took advantage of the empire's internal discord. They breached its borders, plundered its riches, and gradually wore down its sovereignty. The final blow was struck in the mid-19th, when the British formally ended the Mughal Empire. However, it is important to note that the Mughal Empire continued to exist in name until 1857. The once formidable Mughal Empire had capitulated, but its legacy persisted. The Mughal Empire may have fallen, but it left an enduring legacy. This epoch was a golden era of grandeur, leaving its mark on every facet of life. The Mughals were patrons of the arts, nurturing a unique blend of Persian, Indian, and Islamic styles that can be seen in the breathtaking architecture they left behind. The Taj Mahal, a jewel of the Mughal dynasty, stands as an eternal testament to this. In terms of culture, the Mughals enriched the Indian subcontinent with their sophisticated courtly manners, refined tastes, and a love for music and poetry. They introduced an administrative system that was both efficient and just, laying the foundation for modern governance in India. The Mughals also played a significant part in shaping modern India. Their influence permeated every sphere, from cuisine to clothing, and from language to legal systems. In the end, the Mughal Empire was not just a period in history. It was an era that shaped the destiny of the Indian subcontinent